In this video, I want to talk about the user interface for Windows 10 and web browsers. So I have two main points here, and the first one is that everything that you see on the screen is for you and not the computer. So the computer really doesn't need the screen to keep running. The computer is perfectly happy all on its own. It doesn't need the screen. The screen is for you as the user to get information, click on things, interact with the computer, and so that's what it's there for. And if it's a well-designed system, the interface designers will have built it so that it's intuitive and easy for you to understand why all of those buttons are there. So just for example, in Windows 10, you can click on desktop icons to open programs. You have the time notification down here. You have your start menu, and you also have all the programs pinned to the taskbar down here. And you can see one of the things they've done for the user interface is they put this little bar down at the bottom to tell you which programs are open. This little white bar that shows up at the bottom of each program that's currently running. So that's just kind of one indication to you of what's happening on your computer. The second thing is that anytime you interact with the computer, you make a click and you open up a new program or something, you're kind of stepping through a door in the computer and opening up new possibilities of the things that you could click on and actions that you could take. So if I open up my File Explorer, then that becomes the main screen that I have open on my window, and then I could browse through and look through files and open them and just keep going and progressing through the computer. When we get to web browsers, they adds kind of another layer there, because not only have we opened up a new window here, and we can switch between all the programs down along the bottom of the screen here, so there's kind of this switching that happens along the taskbar. But once we get into the web browser, we now have switching that happens across the top with the tabs in our web browser. So one really important thing with the web browsers is this new tab button with the plus. And there's different web browsers. Right now I'm using Chrome, but there's Firefox, Edge, a bunch of browsers, but they pretty much all operate on the same principle, with having this plus button to add new tabs and let you start exploring and browsing more of the internet. And another key feature of the browsers is that they have this URL bar right here, and so that's kind of really how you can tell where you're at and if you're in the browser or not. So you look for kind of the tabs across the top, the plus button to add new tabs, and then this URL bar. Those all kind of are, again, those clues, those visual user interface clues as to where you're at and what you're interacting with. And one reason this is important is you could have, like, for example, a Word document that's open in the browser here. I can tell because of my tabs and the URL bar, but I could also have the same document open in just the regular Word application, synced via OneDrive. And so this is it's a different way of accessing the same thing, and I can tell that I'm not in my browser because I don't have my URL bar up here, and I have the Word icon is down here as highlighted. So basically those are just some things that can help you when you're navigating on your computer there. Thanks.